Yeah, I sure do thank John for this. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and ink stains that have dried up on some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back road by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you just gentle hold my mind. I'll play one. Back from the gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard, with my beard a roughening coal pile and a dirty hat full low across my face. Through a cup cans round a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waving from the back road by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. And Americana Network, you're gentle on my mind.
Thank you, Hot Wind. Welcome to Heart to Heart.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Good to have you as a guest today, and we'll be right back with some insight on Glen Campbell. Be right back.
Don't tell it all.
Glen, when did Gentle come out?
In the spring of '67.
I was doing a television show in Nashville, Tennessee, a nationally syndicated show. And when that song came out, it changed country music dramatically. First of all, the chord changes were totally different from it wasn't a country song. I understand it was pop country. It
really was, but I think the banjo probably made the difference.
But it changed people's perception of what a country song could be.
It really did. It had a lot more chords in it. Well, you know, I didn't change anything about when I heard John's record. To me, that was really it.
Yeah.
And actually, there's a story on that. When Voyle Gilmore liked that so much, who was head of the A&R at Capitol at the time. Because I'd been doing some Kingston Trio albums with Voyle, and we'd become good friends. And that was strictly just a work track. Really? You know, I was singing, you know, and saying, yeah, Leon, that's it, man, you know, and I'd sing, and it's not back, but you're trapped. Yeah, boys, that sounds great, man, that sounds wonderful, you know. And it's knowing I'm not shy. And Voyle heard it, all he did, he just, you know, cut it off there, man, and put it on clean the track up, and put it out the next week.
That's amazing.
I was really surprised at that, but, you know, he produced the Kingston Trio, and he liked the banjo guitar sound, and he thought the song was just.
Was that back when were you recording with the musicians all in the studio then instead of overdubbing? That's
I was still
back in when it was really a feel and really
we didn't overdub anything.
Yeah,
that was just the 5 guys singing, and that was it.
That's great.
I think that's why, well, like Roger Miller cut that way. Dang Me and all that stuff. He just did it with a studio live. And
we're talking about John Hartford, who was the writer of that song and is a good friend of all of ours. Anybody in country music is a friend of John Hartford.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, a great songwriter. And but that song really changed an awful lot.
It did.
I was recording for Columbia Records, and it opened up a whole new vista of songwriting material for artists like myself.
That's great.
And you really influenced a lot of people, man.
I think using it as a theme for the TV show, really, that helped it a lot.
Tell me how the TV show came about.
Last night, I just got my agent, Roger Adams, sent me a tape of the old Smothers Brothers show that John Hartford and I did before we went into doing the Summer Brothers Smothers show. And John and I did Gentleman Mine on the show. I did Hey Little One on the show. Actually, Tommy saw me on the old Joey Bishop show. And I had done an album with he and Dickie in a studio. It was when I was doing studio work. And he said, I didn't know you could sing. I said, well, never asked me. The way it comes out, I was watching Tommy, and he was talking about it last night, too, on the E-Network. He said, yeah, he said, I asked Glenn if he could talk, and he said, yeah, if there ain't too many big words, which is true. And I said, but I have a little dyslexia with words. I'll put words in front of words, or letters in front of letters, and make something whole new out of it, you know.
Really?
I was reading a book the other day, and instead of saying nowhere, I said now here. Yeah. But Tommy worked with me on that. But he said, well, you want to crack at doing the summer show? And so I went down and did their show, and did a few things with Tommy and Dickie, and it was just from there on, it was gravy. It seemed like
it was a tremendous springboard for a lot of people.
It was.
Your show.
I wanted people on the show who had talent, not necessarily. You know, some people I just couldn't get on the show. It was amazing. I got Waylon on, I got Willie on, Seals and Crofts. Of course, I got Anne Murray to come
Mel.
down. She was more, Mel Tillis was more like a regular on the show. Jerry Reed. And I was getting a lot of people, too, that I could feel comfortable and familiar with. But I think why the show was a hit is because they just put a horseshoe and put Glen Campbell in this horseshoe. In other words, they didn't write a show and stick me in it. Like they did Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
In other words, you're just part of the fixtures then. I could go anywhere, do anything I wanted to with the Good Time Hour and with the Summer Brothers Mother show. I was free. In other words, I didn't have to do anything that was like, that went against my grain, I'll put it that way. Because Tommy and them was pretty controversial. And in fact, it got him fired from CBS.
It sure did. But it came off that way. It came off so natural and set a standard for that type of television, that type of music television.
Yes, Stan sure had a good show out of that. Tony Orlando.
Yeah.
I guess they figured if I could make it, anybody could.
How long had you been in California when all that came about? I know you left Arkansas and went...
I was in New Mexico for 8 years in Albuquerque working with my uncle there. My Aunt Judy, Dad's sister, he was married to her, and we had a little radio show 5 days a week.
In fact, I saw a picture one time of you, the cowboy hat and a little outfit that you were singing down there. You were doing Western?
We were doing West Country.
Yeah.
We were doing everything.
Yeah.
Because we had a 5-day-a-week radio show, and we did everything from String of Pearls to here's the Sons of the Pioneers.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, because we did that show, let's see, must have been for 5 years at least, 5 days a week on KOB, 50,000 watt station. And boy, you run through a lot of material, you know, singing every day, man, for 30 minutes. And then of course, we repeated ourselves a lot.
Yeah.
But then I moved on, you know, it was like Horace Greeley said, go west, young man. Roger Miller said 400 people in Seattle drowned. I don't believe that story, though. But I went on out to California. I wanted to get in the studio works, doing the studios.
Well, the first time I heard of Glen Campbell, I was in WSM Studios on their all-night show in the early 60s, maybe 64, 65. And a new album had come in. It was a 12-string guitar album.
Oh, yeah.
That you had. That was great. Now, when would that have been? What?
Was that the one with the Dillards?
Well,
Is that the one that called the 12-string guitar swinging something?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good. It was on World Pacific. That one was.
Yeah, it was before Capitol.
Oh yeah, that was that was Doug and Dean and Rodney. Rodney works with Jim Stafford here in town.
Yeah, I know.
That was them. It had to be 61. Somewhere
it was early 60s. I know that. But knocked me out the sound you were getting then. Of course, you'd already had a career, went of a career on session work and
I was with
as a guitarist.
Champs before that. That was about the only big name thing that I was into. But yeah, I wanted to get into session work. That was so much fun, just to sit there and play on. Yeah, I hear the records on the radio today, you know, and like Strangers in the Night or all the old Phil Spector stuff, you know, the Righteous Brothers stuff, you know. And I listen to it now, and it sounds better now than it did then.
It does. It lasted, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Really lasted.
Well, I want to hear some more music.
What do you want to hear?
Well, I'll tell you. Let's take it from Gentleman Mine. What came next?
Phoenix?
Phoenix came next, and that was the beginning of the Jimmy Webb era of your life, I suppose.
Right, it sure was.
Just a little bit of it, okay? Just a bit of it.
By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll find the note I left hanging on her door. And she'll laugh when she reads the part that says I'm leaving. 'Cause I left that girl so many times before. By the time I make good old Albuquerque, I was retracing, she'll be working. She'll probably stop at lunch and give me a call. But she'll just hear that phone keep on ringing off the wall. And that's all. By the time I make Oklahoma, she'll be sleeping. She'll turn softly and call my name out low. Lord, and she'll cry just to think I'd really leave her. Though time and time I tried to tell her so, I guess she just didn't know I would really go. No, she didn't know I'd go.
Yeah, great song. Chill bumps. Then Galveston?
Galveston
was that next?
You know, I was just retracing my steps back to Arkansas because I lived in California, and Jimmy was living there when he wrote it. I actually wanted to end the song with the last one. By the time I make Arkansas, she'll be sleeping. But it just didn't sing that well. And I'm sure Jimmy would have pitched the fit had I done it. Yes, that was actually, Wichita Lineman was after Phoenix, I think.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Hey, we'll be right back with some more great Glen Campbell music. Stay right where you're at on Heart to Heart.
Rivers in it. She just didn't know. I I would really go. And I just changed that part. She just didn't know I would really go. So it gave us somewhere to go.
Made the whole thing. Yeah.
Made an ending anyway.
After that, you next would have been Wichita Lineman.
Yeah, Wichita
A little bit of Wichita, just a little
Okay.
bit.
You know Jimmy wrote this Wichita Lineman?
No.
He was in Wichita County, Oklahoma. He was driving home from Los Angeles, I guess, because he lived in his folks lived in Elk City, Oklahoma. And he saw this guy out on the Highline pole working in the middle of nowhere. And he said it was such a lonesome vision to see the guy out there, you know, just him in there and nothing else within 10 or 15 miles. And he called it Wichita Lineman, but he said it didn't sing that well again. You know, that's the reverse of Arkansas and Oklahoma. And he moved it up to, he just called it Wichita Lineman. You know? I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wire, I can hear you through the whine, and the Wichita Lineman still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, the stretch down south won't ever stand the strain, and I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita Lineman still on the line, still on the line, and I'm doing fine.
I love it. I love
Thank
it,
you.
man. What songs, what material, and what delivery that you had on.
Oh, there
You
goes
got
our flaw.
got a few folks standing around.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Of course, we're in Silver Dollar City here in the Ozarks, and you're working in the Ozarks now as a
Yeah.
regular host of the great Grand Palace Theater.
Yeah, it's like coming home every week.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it really is. When I walk out on the stage, it's like walking in my living room.
You
I
traveled so many years and beat the road like all of us did, or you more than a lot of us, but it has to be great to be able to
It is.
be with your family and everything.
It's time for the summer and have the wife and kids here.
Yeah.
They got a little boy 10, a boy 8, and a boy, and a little girl 6 now, still living at home, and they're just marvelous. They love it down here. They love to come to Silver Dollar City.
I sat behind the 6-year-old the other day at one of your shows. Boy, she's into it, man. She's moving with it. She was loving it.
She does.
She's a really beautiful child. What's happening today with Glen Campbell? You got 2 new albums out, right?
Yeah, I got a new Christian album out, contemporary Christian album, and a new secular album with Liberty. The Christian album with New Haven. But now that Bowen's going into the Christian business,
Yeah, he's hot on it.
Yeah, he really is, man. I only wanted it. Phil Driscoll wrote for me.
Oh, great.
He wrote it
Great
for me on, it's on the first album, now I can't think of the name, but Show Me Your Way, that's the name of it. But actually, Phil wrote his life story and put me in it, and my songs. I have sung for kings and queens all around the world, and I have romanced millions with my guitar and a love song. Taj Mahal to Paris, from Galveston to Hollywood. I thought I had done it all, then I met you. Now I'm singing a new song, making music for Jesus my King. He is my hero, he's become my everything. Now there's no other song, no higher melody under heaven, the greatest love story, Jesus and me. Yeah. People call me a winner, oh, but I know what it means to lose. I've seen some high times, I've paid some dues. Paying dues just isn't enough, 'cause nothing seemed to satisfy me. Until I met Jesus, I tell you he's alive and I am free. Now I'm singing a new song, making music for Jesus my King. He is my hero, he's become my everything. Now there's no other song, Stan, no higher melody under heaven, the greatest love story under heaven, the greatest love story under heaven, the greatest love story, Jesus and me, Jesus and me. Yeah. Hey, thank y'all.
That's good.
Thanks.
Singing like you believe it, brother.
Oh man, I do. It's amazing.
It'll change your life, won't it?
It'll change your life. Let me tell you, the Lord gets a hold of you, He'll take it out of you. Oh, I mean, you know, just drinking, the drugs, the smoking, the everything. It's just amazing to walk around with it, just walk with the Lord and let Him guide your life. Boy, I sure messed it up trying to guide it myself.
Well, that song blessed a lot of people's hearts, I guarantee you. Just what a message that has.
Yeah, it
Let's
does.
do one more before we close out.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I like your new single.
I don't know if I know all the chords because all I play on is that. Let's see. See, it's a great song written by Jeff Thurman, your friend of mine. Okay. Yeah. It goes to a lot of different changes. Well, he couldn't be more than 70. She's not a day over 65. The flicker turned to a flame in 43, and the fire's still burning bright. They'll be found holding hands at the picture show, looking just like Juliet and Romeo. A sad song won't steal their beat away. They got a special kind of love that's here to stay. See the romance on the porch swing, auburn hair to a silver lining. There's something in their eyes you just don't see these days. Now I wanna love somebody like that. I wanna hold on forever. Two hearts become one with love like that. I wanna love somebody like that. I wanna love somebody, yeah. I like the second verse too.
In there watching
I was head over heels in junior high, and it lasted a week or two. When my heart was destroyed, I cried and cried till I found me somebody new. Now life without a real love is tragedy. That's why I'm gonna find a love that's right for me. I gotta look beyond what my eyes can see until my dreams are reality. And Stan, there's gotta be more to falling in love and falling away when the staying gets tough. I want my love to be young when I'm old and gray. 'Cause I wanna love somebody like that. I wanna hold on forever. Two hearts become one with love like that. I wanna love somebody like that. I wanna love somebody. Yeah, I wanna love somebody like that. Thank you.
Hit playing, boy. Glen Campbell, our special guest on Heart to Heart on Americana. Thank you, son. That's great.
Thank you, man.
That's fine.